Everyone has an imagination. The imagination is not simply the province of artists and children, sci-fi buffs and gamers. It is simply the ability of the mind to think in pictures. We use our imaginations all the time, whether we are daydreaming, planning, remembering, or meditating. Imagination is an important power of the human mind. Imagination is a facet of the mind, along with reason, emotions, and the will. Memory employs the imagination so that we can recall events of the past. Imagination also allows us to contemplate our lives in the present. It also empowers us to visualize the future, which is necessary for planning and decision-making. The creative imagination, the ability to conceive of something that does not already exist, is the source of art and invention. All of our imaginations, it may arise from an idea that is refined by a clever intellect, or even a momentary idea that can create something new unexpectedly as well. Those imaginations may arise from just one right moment, and fade away with the growth of time that rotates with the cycle of life. If our childhood was deprived of thoughts and imaginations, it would be no different from life's deprivation of color and brilliance, which complemented the flow of life with happiness and full of smiles. The power of going through the future. Imaginary friends. Having imaginary friendships does not mean that children is lonely or does not have real friends. Children often use imaginary friendships as a safe haven to try out their social skills, group dynamics, and communication strategies. It often helps them see their world from other perspectives and gain empathy. By creating an imaginary friend, they have to understand the perspective of others in the scenarios they are acting out. Imaginary friendships should be comforting and controllable. Children can usually make their imaginary friends go away when they are done playing. Albert Einstein said, "Your imagination is your preview of life's coming attractions." A child begins movement when they see you walking, and they begin to imagine themselves do the same. With time they crawl, hold on to things to stand, and then gain the confidence to walk. Your toddler's imaginations continue when then they start to speak and understand the people around them. Imaginative play helps with important social skills too. When kids invite others into their stories, they start to understand the value of cooperation. To keep games going, kids must collaborate and share. They can develop skills like impulse control and the ability to make friendships. Friendships make up an important aspect of development in middle childhood, when much time is devoted to social play, and social interaction skills become increasingly important. School-age children spend a great deal of time interacting with peers, and thus are presented with many opportunities for extending the friendship skills they acquired in early childhood. Children tend to form friendships with individuals who are similar to themselves in a variety of dimensions. While most imaginary friends are thought of as kind, friendly, and obedient, not all have been described as so. Some have been called disruptive, rule-breaking, or aggressive. It's possible that some imaginary friends even frighten, upset, or cause conflict with children. While many children express control or influence over their imaginary friends' behavior, other children describe it as out of their control. While it's not entirely understood why an imaginary friend would be scary, it seems these imagined relationships still provide some sort of benefit to the child. These more difficult relationships may still help a child navigate social relationships and cope with hard times in the real world. We may say imagination is just an image created within the mind or from the subconscious mind. But if you consider those imaginary images missing, someone or an imaginary friend may arise because our subconscious mind has demanded and wanted those images to appear in front of us. Which the desire to touch and realize the existence of things beyond reality, to accept that those things in front of them cannot exist or be true. But the desire that arises may be just a fraction of the time of wanting to express another thought within the mind. In which all the imagination created may be able to come true one day. It is possible.